Hello, and welcome to Mosquito Fleet Monday, where we look at prominent vessels in Puget Sound history. Today, we'll be looking at the Steamship Flyer. The Flyer was launched in 1891 in Portland, Oregon for the Columbia River and Puget Sound Navigation Company, owners of such fast vessels as the Bailey Gatzert and the Fleetwood. Flyer was 170 feet long, had a top speed of over 18 miles an hour, and cost around $4,000 to build. When launched, her hull was so narrow that the steamer flopped over, forcing her owner, Captain U.B. Scott, to climb out a window. Arriving on the Puget Sound to take over the Seattle to Tacoma run from Bailey Gatzert, the Flyer was sent to a dry dock to be sponsoned out, having a second hull wrapped around her first to widen her enough to run safely on the salt water of Puget Sound. Once on the Seattle to Tacoma run, the Flyer immediately made a reputation for speed, making the 28-mile run in 90 minutes, hence her slogan, "Fly on the Flyer." Tickets were 50 cents one way, 75 cents round trip. The Flyer had a powerful triple expansion steam engine, a replica of the one installed in J.P. Morgan's private yacht Corsair. It was rated for 2,000 horsepower, but the size of Flyer's boiler meant that it never developed more than 1,200 horsepower. Originally a wood-burning steamship, the Flyer burned 24 cords of wood a day, getting about 10 miles to the cord. Running an average of 344 days a year, the Flyer set a record by steaming 75,000 miles in 1 year. By 1908, it was calculated that the Flyer had done enough trips between Seattle and Tacoma to go around the world 61 times, and had carried about 3 million passengers. The ship was also known for her reliability. Railway and Marine News vowed that citizens of Seattle used the Flyer whistle instead of clocks. Converting to burn fuel oil in 1906 added a little bit to the Flyer's already legendary speed, necessary on the competitive Seattle to Tacoma route. Her main rival was the vessel Indianapolis of the Puget Sound Navigation Company, and the Flyer went to great lengths to try and beat her rival, including honoring Indianapolis's tickets and trying to race the vessel in the harbor. Finally, in 1911, the Puget Sound Navigation Company purchased the Flyer. Company president Joshua Green said, "We paid what we consider to be a good plump price to the Columbia River and Puget Sound Navigation Company. While no steamer has a mortgage on the water route, we felt the Flyer had first right to the run and consequently paid a good bonus for it." The Puget Sound Navigation Company transferred the Flyer to the Seattle to Everett run, and in 1917 renamed her the Washington. By this point, however, the ship was so well known that most people continued to call her Flyer. A little rhyme was written going, "There was an old lady named Maria who rode on a boat named the Flyer. Now the name has been changed, but the boat is the same, and the fare is a little bit higher." In 1929, the Flyer was towed to Richmond Beach, north of Seattle, and was burned, a common way of scrapping wooden steamboats in those days. The Tacoma Ledger reported the scene. Once the speediest of all passenger ships on Puget Sound, the steamer Washington, the former Flyer, went to the inglorious end on a burning funeral pyre at Richmond Beach yesterday afternoon, while hundreds of onlookers watched the flames eat the heart out of the venerable Sound Greyhound.